Alright. Yeah, I know. You hate Blizzard. Everyone hates Blizzard. It's the milk thing, right? The incident. You know what I'm talking about. But it's not just that. There are plenty of reasons, and yes, Blizzard deserves much of the criticism. Still, their games catch little more flack than they should, and their competitors, like Path of Exile 2, get a bit more praise than they've earned. But hey, that's the timeline we're stuck in. We live in an age where game developers are somehow more hated than arms dealers. So Diablo 4. At launch, it was meh. 6.5 out of 10 at best. But they made improvements. Small, clumsy steps, sure, but forward steps nonetheless. They've overhauled itemization, added more content, made some good faith efforts to connect with the player base. And now, the game is better, no question. Good, not great. And to be honest, I'm not sure if it ever will be great. Although not incompetent, Blizzard developers are, let's be generous and call them uninspired. They lack a true vision for creating a genuine evolution of the genre. And it's not an easy task. People want innovation, but not really. Just ask grinding gear games how well innovation is working out for them. Those guys truly try to innovate, their game is of high quality, has huge potential, and their fanbase still wants to murder them. But that's not why we're here. We're not here to dissect the issues, the player discontent, or the symptoms of a company that's grown too large, is too micromanaged, and too greedy for its own good. We're here to glaze Diablo 4 and list the things that it does right. So this is an unpaid, unwelcome promotion from me. One that will cause the viewers discontent and earn a hailstone of dislikes. I know, I've done this before. And yes, I'm not very smart. People hate being told that they are wrong. And I've seen those comment sections outside of D4 bubble. I'm not blind. The game disappointed a lot of people and didn't live up to the weight of the mighty Diablo name, or the heavy burden of its legacy. But that doesn't mean that the game is bad. It's not. I can now say with a reasonable level of confidence that Diablo 4 is a good game. Not a great game, but good one. It has polish, prestige, and certain advantages that make it appealing to a particular group of players. Let's call them casuals. Yes, the busy dads with 2 jobs and 3 kids who have no time to get good, who only get to play when their wife is in a good mood. We shouldn't discriminate against those poor souls. Many of you will become one eventually, if you're lucky, or already are at that stage. If so, my condolences. So maybe you're out of the loop. Maybe you've tried it at launch and bounced off. Maybe you never played it or just forgot about it. Either way, here's what Diablo 4 does well, and how your average seasonal experience typically plays out. The best thing Diablo 4 does right now is gear progression. It's not solely dependent on rare RNG drops, you actually have to put in work. There is a fine balance between effort and chance, creating a steady and rewarding upgrade path. Here's how it generally works. Your first step is leveling to 60, which only takes a few hours. Later in season, if you get a friend, they can boost you up, taking you through high level pit. It's like 30 minutes and you're ready to go. No friend? Offer gold or a legendary rune as a tip, and someone will help you out. At 60, you complete your class quest, unlocking additional abilities. Then you pick up mercenaries. They travel with you and offer small bonuses. You can customize them to taunt, protect you under certain conditions, or give passive perks. Next you grind for legendaries and tempering manuals, but also extractable aspects that you can save and apply to other items. Some aspects are universal, you may already have them from previous characters, but others are class specific. So if it's your first time playing a certain class this season, you will need to farm some basics. Then comes your endgame build. You can wing it. Diablo 4 is casual friendly, but for optimization, copy a build from some sleep-deprived Korean nerd on Adderall. For meta builds, you farm specific bosses for uniques. These are like specialized legendaries, not as customizable, but they offer unique bonuses and playstyle shifts. Most builds use a healthy mix of legendaries for stats and flexibility and uniques for mechanics and synergy. Once you've assembled a baby version of your build, you crank up the difficulty and start farming seriously. At this point, you're looking for a better gear and materials to upgrade it. That's where Greater FX GA gear comes in. We sometimes call them stars. Originally, 10% of legendary items would have a star. Now it's like closer to 5%. A star roll is maxed and gets an additional 50% bonus. But there's more. Items can roll more than one star. Again, 1 in 20 star items will have a second star. This pattern continues, so 3 and even 4 star items exist, but are vanishingly rare. Getting a single star on each gear piece is realistic, with a few days of solid grinding. 2 stars? That's harder. Most casuals end up with several 2-star items. 3 stars or more? That's lottery tier, reserved for grinders and heavy traders. Now you enhance your gear. Tempering adds 2 new affixes, but with limited tries. There is a small but very real chance that you brick your item, even the perfect 3-star one worth 100 billion gold. And yes, it's always soul crushing when it happens. Masterworking is different. Each upgrade level randomly boosts 1 stat. It's fully resettable but expensive. You lose gold and all of your materials. Hitting the top priority stat 3 times in a row is a massive grind. You have a 0.8% chance of getting all 3 perfect rolls in a single go. 2 hits, 4%. Many settle for 2 good stats and 1 okay one. But if that last roll was garbage, it will absolutely trigger your OCD. It does mine. Cherry on the top, mythical items. Not mandatory for every build, but hugely powerful. These are overpowered uniques with new mechanics and major stat boosts. They are usable at level 35, which will make your seasonal leveling of your alts trivial. You get them by boss farming. Drop chance is under 1%, but you'll get a few eventually, if you keep playing. There is more. Runes you combine into condition and effect and slot into your gear instead of standard gems that provide basic bonuses. Glyphs and paragon upgrading, which is complex but gradual. It's leveling for endgame, and in its complexity, it is reminiscent of Path of Exile's infamous skill tree system, although it's not as complex. So what's the point of all this? I wanted to show that Diablo 4 has a well-designed progression curve, gradual, rewarding, and multiplicative. There is always something to work towards, always something to grind. RNG plays a role, but effort matters. Hard work pays off, dedication is rewarded. It is a good system. So it's okay to dislike Blizzard, but it's also okay to admit when they get something right, if only for the sake of your own integrity. There is more to say about the overpriced shop, Battle Pass changes, dumb cosmetic class restrictions, lackluster endgame, but that's for another time. This video is long enough already. So here it is. Diablo 4, the game of choice for middle-aged casuals, bald men in recliners, nursing home grinders, accessibility mode veterans, and dads who only play when their wife is in good mood. They deserve happiness too. So that was it from me. Thank you guys. Hope you had fun and your engagement with the video is appreciated.